Okay. What if you could build a fortress inside you that never crumbles no matter how fierce the world storms? Imagine a citadel of confidence that stands unmoved when critics knock, when markets crash, when doubts whisper. Today we will unlock that inner citadel, a fortress forged from Stoic calm and Vedic wisdom, a power-up that turns uncertainty into unshakable self-belief. You're about to walk a path illuminated by ancient stories that still glow bright for every entrepreneur, leader, and dreamer. Are you ready to step inside? Chapter 1, The Seed of Self-Trust. The Origin of Inner Strength. Section 1, The Silent Guard of Sparta. In ancient Sparta, every boy learned to keep his emotions hushed in the agoge. The guard that stopped him from shouting, from acting rashly, was not a cage but a shield. By learning to observe his feelings without being swept away by them, the Spartan forged a calm that allowed him to act decisively in battle. The lesson for us: confidence grows not from doing more, but from letting go of the need to always know what will happen. Today, pause for a minute before you answer an email that could upset your team. Name the emotion, breathe, and let it sit. Your reply, composed from calm, will be stronger than one typed in panic. Section 2, The Lotus in Veda Tales. The Vedas describe the lotus as emerging pristine from murky waters. It remains untouched by the mud that surrounds it, because every seed on the tip of the stem is a testament to unseen roots. The insight: strength is rooted in silent depth, not in loud achievement. Apply it by writing a daily root journal. List 3 small commitments you're keeping each day. When you see the pattern, you'll see the steadiness that nurtures your confidence. Section 3, Emperor Wu of the Han. When Emperor Wu's navy faced a rival fleet, he did not rush. Instead, he studied geography, weather, and morale. His deliberate calm allowed his forces to outperform reckless opponents. Take this modern lesson: do a quick strategic pause before launching a new product launch. Map risks, assess strengths, and then decide. Section 4, The American Trailblazer. A pioneer in the 1800s crossed the uncharted plains by trusting the stars and his own pace, not by racing toward the nearest settlement. Your practice: set a personal milestone for the next week that relies on persistence, not speed. Celebrate the act of staying the course. Section 5, The Egyptian Sun Deity Ra. Ra traveled daily across the sky, steadfast against the night. The Egyptians saw his unwavering journey as a model of inner resilience. Reflective question: what internal sun keeps you going when the world feels dark? Chapter 2, The Shield of Perception. Mastering how you view the world. Section 1, The Philosopher's Mirror. Stoic philosopher Epictetus, once a slave, said, "It is not the world that disturbs us, but our judgments about it." He taught that our internal lenses shape experience. Takeaway: change your perception, change your reality. Practice: instead of calling a difficult call a test, call it an opportunity to learn. Notice how the energy shifts. Section 2, The Mirror of the Katha Upanishad. The Upanishad teaches that the mind is a mirror, reflecting everything it sees. If you sharpen the mirror with discipline, you see true, not distorted images. Daily test: look at a negative feedback and ask if it reflects the whole truth or just a sliver. Adjust your mind's focus accordingly. Section 3, The Chess Master from China. In the Tang Dynasty, a chess master would imagine each move's impact on the board's future. He did not react to each move, he calculated long-term equilibrium. Lesson: think ahead. Visualize the aftermath of your current action before you decide. Exercise: before a client meeting, sketch the 3 potential outcomes of every stance you might take. Section 4, The American Innovator. Steve Jobs once remarked that design is not only how a product looks, but how it feels. He used perception to build emotional fidelity. Apply: when pitching an idea, craft a story that appeals to values as well as facts. Let perception win. Section 5, The Egyptian Myth of Anubis. Anubis weighed hearts against feathers, distinguishing truth from arrogance. People who approached him believed in an honest reflection of self. Reflective question: when do you often misjudge situations, and how might reframing your lens help? Chapter 3, The Stone Core: Resilience in Adversity. Building an Unbreakable Resolve. Section 1, The Parable of Perseverant Tortoise, Aesop. In The Tortoise and the Hare, the slow-moving tortoise kept moving despite the ridicule. His steady pace let him reach the finish line. Your lesson: consistency beats temporary brilliance. Choose one skill and practice 15 minutes daily. The cumulative improvement will eclipse sporadic bursts. Section 2, the Vedic warrior of Mount Kailash. A sage once trekked the impossible heights of Kailash, facing wind and fatigue. He whispered mantra after mantra, each a tiny anchor. Takeaway: anchor your mind with repeated affirmations in the face of fatigue. Practice: when feeling overwhelmed at work, recite a short mantra. This too shall pass. Section 3, Chinese scholar Zhu Zai. Zhu Zai stressed that learning is a marathon, exams are checkpoints. In moments of doubt, he recommended reviewing past successes. Learning: record your victories in a success log. In crisis, read one entry, your confidence will rally. Section 4, the American trailblazer. Howard Schultz, founder of Starbucks, faced repeated bankruptcy threats. He stayed true to a humanism blueprint, leading to revival. Lesson: your vision should be a compass, not your ego. Exercise: write your core mission on a sticky note. Keep it with you and let it guide every tough call. Section 5, Egyptian resilience of Horus. Horus, after losing his eye, used it as a symbol of strength, turning a flaw into a mark of resilience. Reflective question: what loss has turned into the keystone of your strength? Chapter 4, the bridge of purpose. Linking self-belief to meaningful action. Section 1, the Stoics call, live according to nature. Marcus Aurelius advised aligning life with the universal rhythm. When he faced war, he kept his service in view of a broader purpose. Lesson for business: align your daily tasks with long-term purpose, not just profit. Practice: when you draft a pitch, outline the societal impact you anticipate. Section 2, the Vedic path of Dharma. The Bhagavad Gita teaches that one's duty, dharma, is the path to liberation. A yogi who knows his duty acts with conviction. Takeaway: know your role, act without ego. Test: identify one professional duty you fear. Commit to fulfilling it, regardless of immediate rewards. Section 3, Chinese Song Dynasty story. A farmer of Song times noticed a stray fox stealing his grain. Instead of anger, he offered food. The fox's loyalty saved the harvest in winter. Lesson: when you see a problem, look for an opportunity to create cooperation instead of conflict. Trial: turn a dispute with a colleague into a joint solution by acknowledging their perspective. Section 4, the American pioneer, give back. The Wright brothers not only invented flight, but also established a school to train future pilots. Practice: volunteer a skill that aligns with your business. The act will reinforce self-belief and social impact. Section 5, Egyptian hieroglyphic wisdom. The goddess Maat embodies truth, balance, and justice. Those who align with Maat were believed to walk the heavens. Reflective question: how do your daily decisions echo your deepest values? Chapter 5, the pulse of legacy. Sustaining your inner citadel for future generations. Section 1, St. Augustine's echo. St. Augustine wrote that he was a child who would be an adult. He urged us to keep the curiosity of youth with the wisdom of age. Lesson: sustained self-belief thrives on continuous learning. Practice: schedule a monthly learning session where you absorb something new, a book, podcast, course. Section 2, Vedic chanting of samadhi. The practice of chanting creates a rhythm that steadies the mind. The repeated vibration becomes a protective shield. Takeaway: create a personal ritual that anchors your day. Test: start your day with a 5-minute silent meditation or affirmation to fortify self-belief. Section 3, Chinese scholar's garden. Confucius believed a well-tended garden reflected a well-tended soul. The careful pruning taught patience. Lesson: cultivate relationships like a garden, prune toxicity, nurture growth. Exercise: reach out to someone who inspires you but you neglect. Offer a kind word or share a resource. Section 4, American story of mentorship. Malcolm X, once a convict, became a leader by mentoring younger generations, passing on resilience. Practice: find a junior in your field and offer guidance. The act of teaching fortifies your own confidence. Section 5. Egyptian Pharaohs' Tombs. Pharaohs built pyramids as eternal reminders of their authority. They taught that legacy requires intentional design. Reflective question: what legacy do you want to carve into the world through your self-belief? Closing reflection: your inner citadel has now been outlined. The seed of self-trust, the shield of perception, the stone core of resilience, the bridge of purpose, and the pulse of legacy. Each chapter offers a doorway, stories that echo through the ages, but also actions you can live right now. Ask yourself repeatedly, if I had no fear, what would I do? The answer will be found within the walls you have just erected, in the calm, purpose-driven resilience that ancient sages, warriors, philosophers, and visionaries taught us. Remember, the Citadel is not a fixed fortress. It is a living, breathing entity that grows with each mindful choice. Keep walking, keep adding stones, keep believing, and your unshakable self-belief will become a beacon for yourself and for those you touch. Thank you for stepping into this journey. Let your story echo, and may your citadel stand forever strong.